Patch 02 will be part disaster and part bigger than anyone expects. And there's a very good chance that we don't only get the Huntress, but the Druid is more or less done and ready to release. And not only that, what about Act 4? Because Act 4 bosses already exist. Oh boy, am I excited. Now why will it be part disaster? For this, we have to remember back the release of Path of Exile 2 and the first month and the buffs and patches they did there. Everyone and their mom was enjoying crazy Path of Exile 2 meteor gameplay, nuking things into pieces, cast on crit, cast on freeze, cast on, like all this kind of stuff. Turns out this was never intended to work and they just absolutely nuked tons of builds, which gave them a huge backslash because people invested all their resources to make stuff work, only to have everything fall apart and not kind of get some kind of refund. After which they changed the way how they're doing things. And they pretty much said big nerfs and buffs will only happen with a league reset unless something is fundamentally broken. Now patch 02 will be the first reset. You're gonna have the chance to play with the new economy if you so wish to. And because a lot of people will be starting anew without any resources, they don't feel bad about nuking builds. And if we're looking at right now what's a little bit too predominant, we get the Herald of Ice, we got the Herald of Thunder, and pretty much every build trying to use these two to have good builds running. Now the problem is they might see this as it's too strong. Then again, it's quite fun, because if we don't have the Herald of Ice and the Herald of Thunder, what else do we have? I mean, my Monk is so great, and I kind of want to play the Huntress too with Herald of Ice and Thunder. Maybe instead of nuking these things and making it this kind of disaster, we could buff the Herald of Ash, make him even more powerful than before. Because right now he kind of feels sad in comparison, even though there are amazing Herald of Ash builds. But that's the potential disaster looming on the horizon. There will be nerfs. There will be this build ain't working anymore. And it's not only going to be a few, it's going to be a lot of things. Because they don't want you to absolutely nuke the Arbiter in a few seconds. They don't want these +4 Arbiter 5-second kills. Supposedly every boss fight is like 2 to 3 minutes of fighting, dodging mechanics, going back and forth. Yeah, that's what they want. But how much are they willing to trash things to get to that point? That's the big question. Before we continue, GGG really wants you to watch their live stream. They even have a Twitch drop now that if you watch their live stream, you get the guillotine finisher. You kill someone and the executioner's guillotine slams down. For free. Just for watching the live stream. They really want this to be a big success, to get hyped, to get people pumped. What about Druid now, though? We have this announcement that Huntress is coming. One new class. But we're missing 6 classes, and we're 4+ months already into the early access. And it's Dawn of the Hunt, so it's kind of like a forest theme, a nature spirit theme. The Druid might make perfect sense, especially since he's pretty much done. I found very old footage of the Druid from 2023. You can see still the 5 potions there. Yes, we don't have those 5 potions, but it's fully functional and doing things. You can turn into the bear form, you have your lightning attacks, you have the volcano stuff going up, the eruptions, so things that are actually in the game right now that some enemies are using. We're even seeing bosses that we have never seen before. That Captain Heartling guy. This is what we know so far about Druid skills in detail. Lightning Storm is a long-lasting spell that shocks enemies. Volcano fires projectiles around itself and lasts a long time. Hold the button down longer to fire more initial projectiles. While your spells are active, transform into a bear. Use Bear Maul to generate rage. Use Rampage to slam the ground repeatedly while consuming your rage. Then, use Furious Slam to stun nearby enemies, and Ferocious Roar near stunned enemies to empower your slams with a second aftershock. Alone, this Volcano skill might be usable by other classes with bonus projectiles to maybe have like an actual Volcano fire build going on. Any slam near a volcano will trigger more projectiles, including aftershocks. Pretty simple archetype, Herald of Ash, Volcano down, bop, 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 slam in, but it says any slam near a volcano. Warrior is currently slam based. Totems are doing slam attacks. Can I put a volcano down and totems, the warrior totems, and then the slams from the warrior totems will trigger the volcano to get more projectiles and aftershocks. And then use summon wolves to distract enemies. They also debuff enemies when they appear. If you're dying a lot, use dodge roll. It's on the spacebar. Well, you know, thank you. This paints an interesting picture as well towards an ascendancy. Again, we get like this fire playstyle, bear playstyle, elemental playstyle, and there is a supposedly bonus summon coming that might be able to be used as the witch as well. But generally, a summoner druid being an option. Hell, I'm all there for it. Give it to me right now. It's not like that no development has happened in these directions, right? The graphics are there, the animations are there, everything is kind of like moving forward. The actual game is working, and that was 2023. I mean, that's 1.5 years to 2 years ago almost. Hello? It's 2025. There has been a lot of development happening in the course of that time. And these guys here, we've never seen them before. We've never seen this area before. But they seem to be following a theme because you have these subdued behemoth and they have those tiny skeletal critters on their back with actual boss fights inside an arena and quests going on, which kind of makes me think about Act 4 right now. Even though this kind of does look like Act 3, these tiny dudes remind me of the whole forest theme we got going on, but hey, seems like there's way more content already done than you sometimes have seen. And this is not the only old footage where we have bosses that already exist, boss mechanics that are there and just waiting to be played. My main point being though, we have a functional druid. They pretty much just have to press the release key. And I know I'm not the only one that would love to see this with the next patch. Sure, the Huntress is cool and we're going to get 2 ascendancies or 3 ascendancies, but I'm looking for this strength intelligence based character. I'm looking to play armor and energy shield finally together in a meaningful way. Because right now, sure, you can play a warrior and you can make him an armor energy shield kind of archetype. But that most are just going for armor. I want the, like, give me that druid and let me finally live this fantasy of either the tank or even the elemental caster. Hell, you seem to be able to do some lightning storms. Could we do a Herald of Ice Thunder combination here as well? Pretty please. And the same goes for Act 4. We finally want to see new boss fights, new bosses that are also coming into the endgame, the continuation of the story, what's happening with the beast. I like playing Act 1 to 3. I don't like playing Act 1 to 3 again. I'd rather finally have Act 4. 5, like even if it's only 1 act, that would at least be a step in the right direction. Please, Path of Exile, do it. And let's not forget all the things that's coming. We've gotten multiple teasers on the new ascendancies already. Some kind of Blackguard, Lightning Smith, Warrior Ascendancy that's going for, we don't know yet. With tons of new support gems coming. And that's only the teaser. I think we've gotten 7 or 9 so far. But if we get the new Huntress, she gets new abilities that will need their very own supports. It's going to be vastly bigger than tons of us expect, I do think. My favorite thing being to this point that they said most of the things they have shown us is minor stuff. They haven't actually dropped the mayor bomb yet, which might have been the Huntress, but the druid? Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be there on the 27th. I'll cover the whole thing. We'll have the follow-up videos that break it all down for you, the whole big package. If you're now looking to start your own very solo cell-phone journey and learn a little bit more about the game until the patch hits, here's the video for you. We went from level 1 to Arbiter in 35 hours. Surprising and super much to learn. Enjoy.